It started with my kids when they finished school and not ready to let go of that. When you realize that your kids are aging out and the game is coming to an end and you're not ready for the game to end, you're like, wow, that part of my life is gone. So I just wanted to be a participant that was still involved. And Harry was like, we're headed to Brazil to do a mission trip. And I said, okay, let me be a part of this program. But at the time I couldn't go on a mission trip. So it was kind of like, I'm going to do something that I could be a part of. And so that was where the ball program came in. I said, I want to do something for the trip, but I didn't know exactly what I could do. I mean, what does someone do that's still here in the States and you're not a part of the trip? And I said, what if I just give you money to buy balls? And Harry kind of looked at me and he's like, I don't know. And I said, well, if I buy the balls, you can take them and they'll be deflated. We'll put them in your suitcase. And when you get there, you can just leave the balls behind. We bought the balls, he packed them in his suitcase, and away they went. With no anticipation on my end did I ever expect to get the video back. But when I received that video back of the kids playing with the balls, and it had that Imago Dei logo on there with the cross on there, it just was everything. You see the kids that are playing on a soccer field, and you're asking them questions and you're teaching them things about courage and being strong and being kind and being thoughtful. You want your kids to learn all that stuff. And sometimes your kids will learn more from other people than they will actually learn from yourself. So I think that you're crazy not to contribute to this program. I mean, you're crazy not to want to be involved in something that not only happens in your community, but can happen abroad.
For the last couple of years, my children have had the opportunity to go play Imago Dei soccer camp. And at that, there's a lot of different cultures that come in from where I work. The children are from all over the world, from Nepal, Mexico, Africa. And it teaches our children a lot of different cultures. Different kids are different. There's kids there that really don't have a lot. They're refugees from other countries. Soccer's a great opportunity to get the kids together, the different cultures, to learn. With soccer, you know, it's played in over 200 countries in the world. And even though they speak all different languages, they all understand the game of soccer. So it's great to get them all together and let them play and have fun. Well, for me, I see all the kids when they get off the bus, when they come back from the thing. And then, of course, my children and most all the children end up in my office waiting for the parents to come get them. And they're all hanging in there, they're all excited, they're all talking about what they did that day, how much fun they had. And it's really great to see them. They're tired, of course, which is always a good thing, and they've had a big day. And one thing that I liked that I saw was when they finished, you had the prayer. And you know, it kind of stuck with me. I grew up, you know, that's what you did, and you don't really hear a lot about that now. That was great. It really made me feel good when I saw you guys do that. That made me feel good about, you know, that was the first year that Nicholas went, and that's why I told my wife, I said, well, we need to keep doing this. So it's great.
Imago Dei is a lot of technical skills, small group work, and a lot of it sometimes seems really tedious. Like, why do I need to do the Sanford 7? Why do I need to play all these little small sided games? And looking into my life now, where sports is not really in the picture as much anymore, it has played a role in my professional development, in my career, and taking the small steps, whether it be doing small jobs for the internships that I do, the small things at school that have led me into leadership positions. So it's really brought into mind that in order to do the great things and be great, that you have to do the small things first. When I became a high schooler, I mentored and helped coach young kids, which allowed for me to grow this idea of service into my heart and mentorship. So that has progressed into my life, and to keep that up, to realize that creating leaders and creating people that can be affected, and young kids that can be affected by a mentorship. To see where the growth that Imago Dei has over the few years that you and Harry have taken it over has been like amazing to see. When I was younger, I was like the only kid sometimes at Imago Dei, and these are all men that I still look up to in my life, that I think back on different times in my life where I went to them for ideas or to talk about life or issues that I struggled with, and they were the ones who I went to. And they decided to take the role of soccer as a means to be able to build up men and build up character. And now it's really cool to see where it's grown from 1 to 2 kids to 45 plus kids, and an all year round thing where summertime you're leading different types of teams, and at the YMCA reached out through outreach in there to reach kids that wouldn't otherwise have an opportunity to receive the level of training that Imago Dei gives. So just thinking back on my life and what soccer has done for me, and Imago Dei has made me who I am, and I wouldn't be at all the person that I am today if it wasn't for that leadership that I received from those men.